Look, being an X-Files junkie, you already know how this is going to go. So y'all can just cue the theme music now, because this movie, Disclosure Day, just gave a whole bunch of people a new reason to believe that the truth is out there. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Control K. I'm your host, King. Thanks for linking with me. And before we get started, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button for me. That really helps the brother out. All right, it's finally here. Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg's new alien thriller. And let me tell you right now, this is not an action movie. If you're showing up expecting lasers, explosions, and Independence Day style alien warfare, you're in the wrong theater. This is a suspense thriller, a slow burn mystery with just enough action to move the pace when needed. And Spielberg squeezes every ounce of tension out of it, right up until the very last frame. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so don't worry, I'm not giving away any plot points or anything you didn't see in the trailers. The setup is pretty straightforward. Something extraterrestrial appears to be happening, the public has a right to know, and if everything goes according to plan, they'll learn the truth on Disclosure Day. Leading the cast is Emily Blunt as Margaret Fairchild, an ambitious weather reporter trying to elevate her career. And because apparently Spielberg wanted me personally distracted for 2 hours, Emily Blunt proceeds to be excellent as usual. Wyatt Russell plays her live-in boyfriend Jackson, and Josh O'Connor plays Daniel Kellner, a man deeply connected to the mystery at the center of the story. Eve Hewson rounds out that side of the cast as Kellner's girlfriend, who gets dragged into the situation she never asked for. Then you've got Colin Firth as Noah Scanlon, representing a government agency that isn't exactly thrilled about Disclosure Day happening. And Coleman Domingo as Hugo Wakefield, the man who seems to know more about what's coming than anyone else in the movie. Now, you've probably seen the trailer where Margaret suddenly starts speaking in a strange language during a live broadcast. I can't tell you what causes it. I can't tell you what it means, but I can tell you that if Professor Charles Xavier saw what happened, he'd immediately start filling out admission paperwork for a school of gifted youngsters. The movie never rushes to explain itself. Instead, it slowly pulls Margaret and Kellner towards one another as they try to understand what's happening and why they're connected to it. Everybody here delivers. And that's really where Spielberg shines, the humanity. Nobody feels like they're just there to move the plot forward. Everyone feels invested. Everyone feels real. Everyone feels like they're reacting to something bigger than themselves, which is why you'll spend a good portion of this movie yelling at the screen, because some of these people make decisions that have me sitting there like, what in the hot-boiled hell are you doing? Now, one thing I found interesting was Spielberg's comment that this movie might make Christians question their faith. I honestly think he overshot that one, but I understand what he means. The film definitely raises some fascinating philosophical and spiritual questions. It plays around with the idea of whether what we're seeing is advanced technology, something supernatural, or something in between. But I never felt like it challenged faith as much as it challenged certainty. There's a conversation involving a nun that is absolutely going to send conspiracy theorists and zealots into cardiac arrest. But underneath all of it, I actually thought the film landed closer to reinforcing the idea of divine purpose than tearing it down. I just wish it had pushed a little harder. The movie flirts with some really fascinating ideas, but never fully commits to exploring them. Another thing I loved was the use of animals throughout the film. They're presented almost as something majestic and impossible to ignore, and the movie eventually explains why. It's one of the more memorable visual choices Spielberg makes here. And let me tell you something right now. This movie is about to create an entirely new generation of UFO and abduction enthusiasts. The X-Files soundtrack is probably playing somewhere as we speak. But my biggest surprise was Courtney Grace. She plays a news anchor late in the film, and her performance absolutely floored me. Fear, disbelief, confusion, outrage, professionalism. She's trying to process all of those emotions simultaneously while staying on air, and you can literally watch it happen across her face. The eyes, the expressions, the voice, the trembling effort to maintain composure, the blood rushing to her nose and her cheeks, it felt real. She becomes the emotional viewpoint of the audience in those final moments, and she absolutely nails it. My only real criticism is the ending. The third act continues turning the pressure up and up and up until the suspense reaches a breaking point. And then the movie ends. Not 5 minutes later, not 2 minutes later. Immediately. Literally the last frame. Boom. Credits. Now some people are going to love that. Others are going to walk out frustrated. I haven't completely decided which group I'm in yet. But I can tell you this. I was engaged the entire ride. Disclosure Day isn't perfect, but this is a full-on Steven Spielberg film, and it pretty much does what it came to do. I'm giving Disclosure Day 3 out of 5 stars. I can definitely get down with this.
We can get down, we can get down, we can get down, we can get down.
But what did y'all think? Drop a comment below and let me know how you like Disclosure Day. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for me and share. That really helps the channel grow. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.